What is quality? I'm going to ask you a favor. Close your eyes and ask yourselves, what is quality? And I'm really impressed. You are better listeners than my kids, so thank you so much for that. Now, with your eyes still closed, try to imagine how, for the people that you work with, the product managers, engineers, designers, people from marketing, try to imagine how they think about quality. And finally, picture what leadership thinks about it. Regarding quality, I'm certain about a few things. One, regardless of the discipline we belong to, we all care about it. In 20 plus years of experience working in design in South America, Europe, China, Japan, and now Australia, I haven't crossed paths with a single individual that doesn't care about creating exceptional experiences. Second, even for very well-aligned teams, quality will mean different things. Each discipline will have its own definition of quality. And even among our discipline peers, there's a likelihood for being misaligned in regards to quality. And finally, the larger the team size, the smaller the odds to consistently achieving quality. Now, if your eyes are still closed, please open. I do not want to make 1,200 people sleep when I'm speaking. Hello, everyone. I'm Ale Urrutia. I lead experience design at Commonwealth Bank in Australia, Australia's largest bank. And I'm very happy to be here with you because today I'm going to share my views on the conditions for creating quality at scale. I think it's the right time to talk about quality, given the momentum that we are having. For the last few months, leaders of design, leaders of business, leaders in general, and the design community has been very active, sharing, caring, and talking about quality and the value that brings back to the business. There's a lot of voices, a lot of great messages, and with a special focus on beauty and craft. So it's very exciting to be talking about this. There's also statements like this, and I'm going to read it out loud. The Chief Design Officer is most responsible for elevating the quality of the customer experience with special attention to craft. No other individual should care more about craft and quality. You don't know me. You do not know, but I have a very good poker face. This is disappointment. I believe this message is unfortunate. First, because it undervalues the care that all other disciplines have around creating exceptional experiences. It was maybe 15 or 20 years ago that the front-end community started to champion accessibility, the one that started to care about creating accessible and inclusive software experiences. So I think this is somehow unfair. And the second point is that even for, it positions the desire to create quality as an exclusionary effort for design. If you work in a cross-functional environment, you know very well that this is not a reflection of reality. So maybe this is a good time to remind us all that what we designers do, it's to plan, it's to create an intention of what an experience could be. And I want to highlight could be, because it's through collaboration with other disciplines that we do strategy, we do research, we do concepting, experiments, we build experiences, and we put the experiences in front of the customer together with other disciplines, never in isolation. So when we define quality for experience, we need to consider every aspect of it rather than a one-dimensional view. Let's take a great dining experience as an example. Let's say a customer goes dining out, well, probably because they're hungry, or because they want to try a special dish or a particular cuisine, or because they want to enjoy the social aspect of going out for dining. Ideally, the restaurant will have everything ready. So from ordering to serving, there will be no delay. And the customer will have a familiar setting, a table, chair, a menu in which they know how to order, cutlery, cups, sinks that they are familiar and they know how to use. And the experience will be as personalized as possible. The staff of the restaurant will try to adapt to the preferences and taste of the customer. Every aspect of this experience will be catered so the customer can have a delightful dining experience. It's by understanding all what it makes an experience exceptional that we can define the conditions for quality. I have a friend called Armando. He's a fellow design leader, and he once told me designing is 20% designing and 80% setting the conditions for design to happen. And I believe that's also true for quality, especially at scale, when every single attempt to create value by every single one of us, it's an opportunity to be successful if we are intentionally setting those conditions, or to fail when we are not. To seek quality at scale, we need to start setting the expectation for quality to happen, both with leadership, but also with our teams. Like any other strategic goal, it needs to become a shared objective, so we are all sitting behind it, making it happen. Everyone aligned, making quality happen. It is also important that as a business, we understand the constraints that we have, because that's going to give us the extent in which quality can or cannot happen. There's a very nice quote from Ryan Singer, he's a designer, that says, "Best, it's relative to your constraints. Without a time limit, there's always a better version." And I just realized I lost my poker face. I absolutely love this quote, first because I'm an optimist, and I believe we can always do better, build better quality products, but also because it gives us an awareness of where we are, what are our constraints, and if we know our constraints, we can work around and trying to remove them and make quality happen. It's also important that we understand, as a business, what is our position? Are we going to focus on doing more quantity, or focusing on doing a bit less, but with a higher degree of quality? Focus is going to be on future sprawl or less, but with quality in mind. It's also important the ways in which we design our organization, because the ways in which we shape, we design, we structure our teams and ways of working, it is going to have an impact on the quality of the work we do. To set the expectations for quality to happen is the first step. But if we cannot point where our quality bar is, our teams will not know where we are aiming, right? I would imagine that some of us, or maybe probably most of us, at some point in our careers, we work for a company that, for whatever reason, lacked strategic direction. What happens when a company lacks strategic direction? I'm the only one with a microphone, so you cannot answer. I'm going to answer that. What happens is every single team will take a different path. And when every single team takes a different path, we all land in a different destination. A couple of years ago, I had a manager that used to say, our quality bar is very low. We need to raise our quality bar. But then failed to explain what the bar was. What standards do is to help us move away from the abstract into something concrete, into something tangible that makes it super easy for us to articulate and communicate what we mean when we mean quality. Now, the industry in which we play as a business, the channels in which we service our customers, the segments we target, and the positioning we give our products, our services, and our brand is going to help us define the standards and the degree of the standards that are going to be relevant to us. If you service customers through digital channels, investing in design systems, experience principles, and frameworks is going to help us to enable our teams to be able to potentially deliver quality consistently. One caveat, though, is that having a high-quality design system does not guarantee a quality experience. It only helps us to expedite the potentiality of delivering quality consistently. By investing in specializations, we are making a deliberate choice to focus on craft, on quality, and excellence. It is unfair, on the other hand, to expect that a generalist will do strategy, research, visual communication, marketing and brand design, iconography, pictograms, interaction design, prototyping, what else I have there? Have product sense, business acumen, do front-end development. You're probably getting the point that I'm trying to make, and I need to breathe. It is unfair to expect that a generalist will do all of that in a time-constrained environment and expect quality to happen. It is not only unfair, it is, from a leadership perspective, unrealistic to expect that quality will happen in such conditions. If we shape our teams only with generalists, our experiences will be generic. In managing consulting, there's a saying, culture eats strategy for breakfast. And I believe that's also true for the strategy of elevating quality at scale. If we do not create a culture in which our teams are allowed to care about quality, if we do not create a culture in which our teams can collaborate naturally between team members, disciplines, business units, groups, if we do not create a safe environment for our teams to call out whenever we drop the ball of quality, quality will not happen. It is key for us to create a culture of enablement and empowerment so our teams can bring to life high standards, bring their craft, so we can achieve quality at scale. With this, what we are doing is designing the conditions in which our teams are aligned on our expectations based on standards, so we can enable them to execute in autonomy and achieve quality at scale. Another way to think about quality, which is complementary to what I just shared, is that making sure that for every step of the product development life cycle, we are meeting or exceeding expectations based on the standards that are relevant to us. The logic of the framework is we need quality inputs into our systems, so then we can create quality outputs relevant to those inputs, so we can obtain quality outcomes. Let's bring it back to the dining experience, which I hope you remember, example that I had before. Let's say a restaurant cannot provide high quality ingredients, cannot provide seasonal ingredients. In fact, they can only provide low quality ingredients. It will not matter how well presented a cooked meal is based on those inputs, those low quality ingredients. The customer will likely grade the experience as mid or low quality. Or let's say the restaurant does an amazing job sourcing high quality ingredients, best available ingredients in the market, but either A, our kitchens are in high demand, so we make the decision to rush meals from the kitchen to the table, resulting in undercooked meals. Unless you order ceviche, which is something that I will probably do, an undercooked fish, I guarantee you, it's going to be a low quality experience. Or B, our kitchens can support the demand. We have the best chefs, we have the best service available, but we haven't been clear about what are our standards for quality and what are the conditions for that to happen. As a result, the experience is going to be potentially inconsistent in regards to quality through different interactions and through time. So it's key for us to bring to life at every step of our process, I'm going to repeat this again, high standards so our teams can bring their craft, achieve excellence and quality at scale. So, whether you work at a big bank, at a social media company, a big agency, enterprise tech, or a restaurant, when considering quality, and especially when considering quality at scale, the problem is not how large our teams are. The problem is not how many opinions those large teams bring into every conversation. The problem is often not being intentional in setting the conditions for creating quality at scale. Thank you so much, and enjoy your meals.